Good evening, folks. This is Deb Delapiana. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Day of Freedom, sort of. You know, free-ish is what we'd like to call it. We are the African American population is free-ish, but they're not totally free. And we all know why that is. And we're going to talk a little bit about that right now, because this conversation is going to talk about third parties. Okay. So I saw a little argument in a group, not my group, but somebody else's group, that he wasn't going to allow posts about third parties, you know, the Green Party, say, or the People's Party, whatever. Okay. And you know what? There are times when this person really does annoy me, but I'm right there with them, because in our 52 Won't Do group, which is all about the 2024 election, we are also not allowing third-party posts. It's right in the rules. And we are also not allowing rah-rah posts about RFK Jr. So there's a reason for this. And you're talking to someone who used to be the North Shore co-chair of the Green Party in Massachusetts. Wasn't for a long period of time, because I got wise pretty quickly, but it was for a period of time. And you're also looking at someone who actually voted for Jill Stein after Bernie Sanders lost in the primary one time. I will never do that again. I consider that a mistake. But right now, where we are in America is not like any other campaign or any other election cycle we've ever been in coming up in 2024. It wasn't like any other midterm either, but only 52% of registered Democrats bothered to vote in the midterms. And that's how we lost the House. Simple as that. You know, it's as simple as that. It's not just about the politicians who have to make this country work. The people do too. We are 31st in the world. This country is 31st in the world in voter turnout. That's not only embarrassing, it's unacceptable in a country where we can go out and vote. And for 52% of registered Democrats to be voting in the midterms after seeing 4 years of Donald Trump and everything he mishandled and did wrong, the whole COVID debacle, you know, over 1 million people dead in this country, at least 300,000 or more, maybe 400,000 did not have to die because of his mishandling, Ron DeSantis's mishandling down in Florida. Okay? All of this, after seeing people literally breaking into the Capitol with weapons, building a gallows outside to hang Mike Pence, threatening to kill Nancy Pelosi, seeing all of the legislators left in office who signed a letter, there were 147 of them, signed a letter saying that Joe Biden wasn't the legitimate president. After seeing all of that, you could not come out and vote at 80%. We are at fascism's doorstep right the fuck now. Right now. We are looking at a country where we're telling transgender people they can't get the medical care that they need. All right? They are criminalizing it in some states. In some states, it's not just children who can't get care. In some states, it's been banned entirely. In some states, you have to be 25 to get care. This is not the government's business. It is your body. It is my body. This is the government telling you you can't get the health care you need. We are at the point where we have 44 states where there is either legislation that is passed or legislation pending. 44 states that says we can't talk about the Black freedom experience. They are banning books. In Florida, we have Democratic states passing laws that says you can't ban books because they're afraid they're going to be banned there too. These are all of this that you're seeing is right out of 1930s Germany playbook, and it is happening right here in real time. And a third party in this country will do no good, will make no change, because in most cases, they can't even get on the ballot. They don't even field candidates at every position in this country. And the people that they plan on running for president are a joke. We have Cornel West running on the People's Party. We have Marianne Williamson, a self-help book writer, running as a Democrat. We have RFK Jr. painting himself as a progressive and a populist. And his whole platform is based on masks don't work, remdesivir kills people, and vaccines kill people. That's his whole platform. Nothing about a woman's right to choose, nothing about the LGBT community. Nothing. That's all they've got. I don't know one legitimate progressive, and there are legitimate progressives currently serving in office that believes any of what Robert Kennedy is saying. His whole family is backing Joe Biden. And yet I see people enthralled. I see headlines like RFK Jr. is making progressives pine for a competitive primary. Really? You want a competitive primary? Any day. But someone like Bernie Sanders, not someone like RFK Jr., a bottom-feeding freaking $50 billion. His father left him $50 billion. He's a trust fund freaking right-winger. He is not a Democrat. I don't care what initially puts next to his name. He takes money from right-wing organizations. They donate to his Children's Health Defense, which shows no science that proves anything. By the way, take a trip through it someday. He cherry picks everything. He makes shit up. He makes posts on Twitter that he has no backing for, just to stir the pot. And anybody who's being touted by Joe Rogan, a real crackhead, in my opinion, he's not getting my vote. He's not getting close. And no one is posting about RFK Jr. in my groups. That's not happening. Every post has to be approved. Every single one of those posts will be denied. We have one choice here. You want democracy or you want fascism. That's what you've got. You are either voting blue for democracy or red for fascism. That's where we are. Whether you like that or not, that's where we are. And let me just say something about the Green Party while I'm at it. I liked Jill Stein until I actually went to the Women's March in the Pentagon a couple of years ago and got a load of her down there. I'm done, okay? I am also done with people that I worked with right here in Massachusetts who are now, one of them's a teacher out in Western Massachusetts who's a COVID denier. He's a fucking science teacher, and he's a COVID denier, okay? I have another guy that I actually went out on the streets with, that we actually went out for drinks together with, a bunch of us. Now he's out there saying that in order for the future to work, all food has to be vegan, and all sex, all gender has to be absolute. In other words, you can't be transgender. If you can't be transgender in the Green Party, they're falling way off the mark for me. I'm done. I don't want to even hear from them anymore. If somebody from the Green Party starts talking to me, I block them. I don't have time for this shit. I have one thing on my mind right now. I'm here trying to save this country for my transgender child, okay? And I have another daughter who lives in Boston, who is of childbearing years. I am fighting for that shit. There's only one person that has worked hard to try to keep that, and that is Joe Biden. And even the Democratic Progressive Caucus has said that. We need to reelect him to finish the job. He met with them to put together his agenda. Pramila Jayapal is all in. Now, you either want to go where Nazi Germany went, or you want to try to fight for this country. You have a choice. But all of this altruistic, we need third party shit, that's bullshit. You can save that until after we get rid of what's in office right now, because I promise you that voting third party is not going to get rid of them. You need to wake up, folks. This is not a fucking drill. I'll talk to you later.